Hello everybody. So today we are going to do brake pads and disc on this. It is a Volkswagen. And it is a 68 plate. And the pads and discs are done on the back, and I'm going to take you through and show you how to do them on this vehicle. Let's see if we can get you a little bit of light in here somehow without the screw stuck to the bottom of the torch. That's a bit better. So pads and discs, now with these, first thing we're going to do, you've got your set screw here in your disc. The other one was very tight. So let's see. Not too bad, this one. I have done the other side already, so don't worry, we're not going to do half a brake job. And there's the little set screw, that's out of there. One side for later. We'll take a screwdriver and we'll pop that spring off. And this is just an anti-rattle spring, sits on the outside here, stops the pad rattling. And then there's two plastic covers on the back of the caliper. Now this has got electric parking brake as well, and the electric parking brake has been wound back in with the computer. Unfortunately, you do need a computer to do these. We've got a 7mm Allen bit, and we put that in the back of that. And then we can take the little slide pins out. Like I said, you can do these without the computer, but what you have to do is you have to take the two screws out and take the motor off. And then what you can do is you can manually wind the caliper back in and retract it, and then manually reset it before you put it back together. So you can do it without the tool, but it is easier with a diagnostics tool. There's one pin. As you can see, we've got a lot of dirt at the end there. And the top one's slightly more awkward to get to at the end because for some reason they decided to put a brake hose slightly in the way. So yeah, you can do these without the computer. If I get enough interest, I might make a video on how to do it. There are plenty out there though, so I don't feel it's overly necessary. Second pin. Bit manky, but not too bad. So now our caliper will let go. Like that. A little bit stuck this side. This side's not as bad as the other side. Still got a bit of material there. I'll just show you the other side. It's actually thinner than this side. So they need replacement. Now that's that off. Now the disc's stuck. Disc's off. Now, you need to clean everything up. I have one of these nice little hub cleaners. Which does quite a good job of polishing those spaces. So you can do that. Now, these Not horrific. So we're going to give them a little wire brush first. Like that. Now I've got this, some brake cleaner and this nylon brush here. It's a lot softer. And all we're going to do is just wash all the dirt from around the brake caliper, pins, where all that sits, just wash all that out. Get rid of all that. I always like to clean around the piston before I push it back. Stops you putting dirt in there. Now on these, because it's retracted, the piston just push straight back. You don't need to wind it or anything. Always go slowly, take your time, don't push it back too quick because you could cause damage to the ABS module if you try and push fluid back too quick. So just push it back at the sort of speed that you would expect the brakes to push it back at until it bottoms out. Like that. There we go, piston's all the way back. Now, we'll just take the level you need to go to on these heavily depends on the age and how long the brakes have been on it and the condition of the sliders. These ones are pretty good. Now we will take the pins over to the bare wire wheel and just clean them up. Not gone to town on them, just took that dirt and that rubber off the end there, clean them up so that they are smooth. Put those back on there. Now we require a brake disc. Not going to give you part numbers for parts or anything because at the end of the day, order the right ones for your car. And they did have a habit of, Volkswagen did, of putting different discs and pads on many different things. But having 8 types of disc for one car, so good old part supplier. So I've wiped the grease off the back. I'm not going to bother with the front because the front is just going to get my fingerprints all over it from installing the brakes. So we'll clean it as we go. Now we need to find our little screw, and then what we need to do is find the holes there. Rotate our caliper, disc round and our hub round. So that lines up there, and then just thread the screw back in. Doesn't need to be tight, just done up. It's just there to hold the disc in place. Now we're mainly done moulding our disc up, we can give it a quick rinse down on this side. Nice new brake pads, plenty of thickness on those, and they come with these 2 pads together and those 2 pads together. They are different pads because one of them's got this spring on it. Now what I'm going to do is just take some of my brake grease here. I don't use a lot because the problem is brake grease does attract dirt. And all we do is just rub that around those ends where it's going to be sat in the caliper. Don't want to get too much in there. Like I say, it does attract dust, so it just wants to be enough to let it slide. Wipe any big blobs off. Now we can put one with the spring inside, one without the spring on the outside. The caliper is pushed back, so just pop the caliper over the top. Now you need to make sure that this spring is sat between here and that it's not poking up out of the caliper. Now we take some of our other grease for the pins, and we just take a nice dollop of that. Rub it all over the pin, and this just helps the caliper slide smoothly backwards and forwards. And then we put one in the bottom there, like that. So the extra grease, put that on that one. Try not to maul it up too much when you're putting it in. And poke those through the hole. And take our 7mm, and then we just simply do these up. And knock the switch on the ratchet. Like that. There it goes. Sometimes they can be a bit horrible starting the thread, but that's those done up. So then we take our 2 plastic caps we took off earlier and just stick those back in there. Stops dirt getting into them. If you don't put those in, you will have problems when you go to when the next man goes to undo them. Now we take our spring, and I find the easy way to do these is to hook the top one in first, hook the bottom one in, and then push with your finger and then just slide that one round, and it will just lock in like that. Final clean with some brake cleaner. And what we'll need to do is put the wheel back on. These are awkward because you've got to remember to get the right hold of the threads because there's 2 sets. So always try and get the right hold because it does make it easier when you're trying to line it up. I'm a bit OCD and I always put the locker either opposite or in line with the valve, depending on which direction it goes in. There we go. Just like that. Just in case anybody thinks I didn't. I did try and show this, so now obviously we need to reinitialise the brakes. So what we need to do is bring the key inside, turn the ignition on, put the dashboard lit up, we take the computer, and then we go option 2. Okay, successful. There we go, that just finishes off the adaptation reset for the rear calipers, and then we can turn the ignition off and take out our tool. I've set the brake fluid level, so that is it. We are now done with this brake job. Like I say, nice quick simple one. They're not bad to do these. but you do need the scan tool if you want to do it the easy way, or you're going to need to purchase a scan tool, borrow one, or do it the slightly more time consuming and awkward way. Thanks everybody for watching. Catch you on the next one.